What do most people come to you searching for? What are they seeking when they come to you?
When a client first decides that they want to see a medium, they are thinking, I want to make that connection back with the person who's left the physical world. That seeking of what they think is closure is actually really connection. So I think what they think they are seeking as closure, when it becomes the connection, I want people to recognize that there's a survival of consciousness, that life and love are eternal, and that a medium's not going to fix their grief. So that's what they think that they're coming for. Like, they're going to be healed, they're going to be fixed. And I think, truth be told, it's going to actually set them on a path of discovery.
How many people are disappointed that they're not going to get fixed and healed when they realize that's not the process? And how many people continue to actually say, no, I'm going to commit to this next phase?
I don't know what the numbers would be, but I can go by feeling, right? Yeah. I think that in every reading, no matter how amazing the information may be, you're always starting as a deficit, because nobody wants to sit with me. Nobody really wants to sit with me. They want their loved one and friends to be here in the physical world. So we're already starting at a deficit. I think that there's an expectation that somebody has when they go for a reading. I need to hear this. They need to say this. I need to know this. And then that kind of reflects back to them, then I'll be okay. And they may not hear that. They may not hear from the person that they want to hear from, or they may hear from multiple people. So there's always a level of expectation management, and I think disappointment that comes into a reading. So that I always want people to be like, hey, if you're not ready for this, don't go. Like, process your grief in a different way, because you can't make someone come through, and you cannot make them say the things that you want them to say.
Yeah. When people are coming, are they usually coming because they feel there was something I didn't say or something I didn't hear? Or is it that I just missed that person and I want to access them? If they had some sort of dream, experience, revelation, like where's that need coming from for humans to want to connect with someone who's passed on?
I think it's all of the above. I think people want to know that they're okay. I'd start there. The physical death process takes them away from us. And as a result of taking them away from us, it makes us feel absent. It makes us feel empty. It makes us feel vulnerable. And now I want to know, are they okay? So what I want people to know is they are okay, but we are not. The grieving are not. And we're projecting onto them our not being okay. And I think the process of them coming through is to help assuage some of that, to say, no, I'm okay. Now let's work on you. Like, I'm okay. Yeah. Let's work on what my passing has now done. What are the obstacles and the blockages that are coming?
Yeah. You know, you're very open to skeptics.
I am.
And I can imagine anyone who's listening or watching right now is just like, Jay, why are you doing this? What's the point? Like, none of this works. It's not real. It's make-believe. And you've probably heard every excuse in the book or every thing in the book because you've done this for a long time. What has been your approach to meeting a skeptic who right now is going, that is just not true. That's not possible?
My approach is to come on the journey. And what I mean by that is I was that person. So at a very young age, I had a reading that put me on this path. And I had no choice but to come to the understanding that this woman was legitimate with what she was doing, because there's no way possible that she could have known what she had known. I ruled out that it was mind reading for the simple reason that she could not have known something that was going to happen when it wasn't in my mind if I didn't know about it. So I'm an analytical person. And I was like, okay, I need to understand what this is. How did she do this? And this woman told me that I had this ability, and that in that first reading that I had with her, she said, you're going to change the way millions of people look at this subject matter. I was 15 years old. You know, and I jokingly say, it's like she could have said, I parked my spaceship in the backyard and I'll take you for a spin when we're done, right? It was like analogous to that. The reality is that sent me on a journey, and I became a seeker. And I think that when we're seekers, that leads to exploration. And my exploration took me to the public library, where I read every book back in 1985 on the occult. And